Sure.
Yes, is about when can you speak on the best day in your marriage with DSA, and can you speak about the the saddest day, or maybe some regret or certain stuff that you think you like to cut, because some people might think that marriage is all rosy, rosy. There are no challenges, and they might be thinking of quitting even because whenever challenge comes in, they might be thinking of quitting or because they love their comfort life. So can you speak on that, and in addition to that, what can you tell people to remain motivated, and how did you overcome those days that happened to your life? So the question is, what is the saddest day and what is the happiest day with this? Thanks, that's all.
Yeah, thank you so much. Concerning happiest days, there are so many, there are so many that it's so, I don't know if, it's not one day. I mean, it's a year. I think almost, especially the last years, every day has been happy days. And like I said, when I was doing my presentation, I said it's also a factor, a very determinating factor is where I am now. Yeah, my awareness, my mindfulness, my understanding of life. Yeah, but concerning happiest day, I don't know. But I think, let me just say, the way it treats me, and it's just not one day. So just when you see that divine attitude, when you see that divine love, and when you see all the effort it puts into it, few men, I mean, treat their wives the way he treats me. Few men talk about their wives the way he talks about me. And this is not just in the public. I mean, the public is nothing, compared to his tenderness, his tactfulness, and all the efforts he put in making me happy, making me smile. So it's very difficult for me to just cite one event. Is about life. Concerning trials, sorrow, hardship, it used to be connected with false allegation in his life, because recently I read something. Somebody said the only things you have in marriage separately is the wedding ring. All other things, mental state, financial stress, substance abuse, all other things, it affects your family. It affects your family member. So of course, the first set of sad days, let me say it in three graduation. The first sorrowful sad days were, of course, when at the earliest stage of the family, of the marriage, when I thought, I've made a mistake. When I thought, oh my goodness, I married the wrong man. And I was rewinding everything. I was like, where did I make a mistake? I couldn't find a place where I made a mistake. I wasn't in a hurry. I thought I had confirmation from God, and I thought I married the wrong man because of the difference in approach, the difference in psyche when you just start living together. So I think everybody goes through that. So that's, but I wanted to mention that. Then the second graduation will be when there was a threat on his life, and when I thought I would become a widow very early in my life. That was like, let me see, I mean, like 1998, 1999. that was a long time ago, about over 20 years ago, when I thought, oh my goodness, when the threat on his life was too much, the influence he had, and I was afraid that one day I would get a call and that would be the end. Okay, and then the third graduation of sorrow was when I started hearing people saying very bad personal things about my husband. I mean, those were very sorrowful days. Those are very bad days. I wanted to say I won't wish anybody to go through it, but I also know that what doesn't kill us make us strong. Yeah. So it's very painful to see somebody degrading, to see somebody using your husband's either strength or your weakness for personal reasons, for personal gratification, is derailing. To see people say, no, I didn't tell you this before, I didn't tell you that before, but only getting to know that there was some personal agenda behind it. But again, that is life, and everybody must know how to overcome challenges in life. And the only thing I can say is that all those things have come to strengthen me personally, and all those things have come to strengthen our relationship. And I can say that by God's grace, we have a greater future, that our future is greater than our past. But, like you mentioned, it will be very easy to quit when you stop working on yourself. Recently I heard a broadcast, and somebody said, problem is part of life, but either the problem will make you or the problem will break you, depends on how you approach the problem. So if you are planning to quit, that means your approach to the problem might not be the proper approach. Of course, I understand that in relationships, sometimes separation is good. You have to be separated, and even sometimes divorce is legitimate, when your life is in danger. Yeah, but I think you and I know that many people quit earlier than they are supposed to quit, just because they give the approach to the problem. It's not the right approach to problem. Yeah, so your question is really very good. There is no problem-free family. Although I would say where the husband and wife are working on themselves, they are able to deal with those problems in a very creative, in a very easier way than they used to. And I'm grateful that all these 25 years of living with Pastor Sunday has not been in vain, because if we are still dealing with childish things at 25 years of living together, then we are failing. We are failing. But I'm so grateful that we have grown and we have learned to work with each other, and we have learned to help one another more. And I think we value ourselves and we value our relationship more than we used to do. But that has come through trials and error. So thank you very much. So we have another call. So while we're expecting the call, let me just remind you about the promo, Discounted Book. You just have to write to dssbooks@gmail.com. So hello, good morning, afternoon, evening. Where?
Good evening, Pastor Bose.
Good evening, ma'am. May I know who is on the line, please?
Okay, this is Ufoma calling.
Wow. Oh, lovely. I'm so pleased.
Yes.
So pleased to hear your voice.
Same here. I was really surprised. Wow, Pastor Bose is on today.
Yeah, because, I can't be out of this,
I am so glad.
I can't be out of this.
Definitely. I want to just thank you, and I don't know what to say, but it's been such a good time just listening and hearing from you, and talking about Pastor Sunday. What can we say? He's somebody that is worth celebrating, and hearing you talk about your relationship and everything, I was just thinking that, it goes to show how intentional Pastor Sunday is. That everything he has done all his life, he has done it, with careful thought and intention. It's not somebody that just does things anyhow. And you both have been an example. And when I married my husband, I used to think my husband was, he's the best, he does this. But meeting Pastor Sunday has actually improved him. I've actually saw that even what I was celebrating was even small compared to what Pastor Sunday's influence has now even started making him do.
Wow.
Now he realized that he should be doing. But he has rubbed on us. He's the way he treats you. And even you yourself, you are being such an inspiration to me. And just hearing this last bit you're talking about, I remember, just watching. And I used to tell somebody that, when I see the strength of Pastor Bose and the peace, it has made me to also kind of exhibit that peace and quietness and that strength, because it's such a grace, to be able to carry that, throughout everything that one is doing. And I really appreciate you, and I thank you so much for being an inspiration, and also for being a strong woman standing with Pastor Sunday, because your depth of maturity really inspires me. And every time I look at you, I'm like, Pastor Bose will be quiet if it's Pastor Bose, so just be quiet. So I keep reminding myself to carry that same grace and that same calmness that I see in you, because it's really beautiful. And I don't know what Pastor Bose will do if it's somebody else, if it's a different kind of person, But I know that your marriage is divine, because God is the one that sees the end from the beginning, and He knows how to put together the families. And it's such a beautiful family that you have. And I thank God for Pastor Sunday, because he's really done a great work, and I'm so glad for the woman that you are, and we will continue to celebrate him, because it's just such a huge blessing. It's such a huge blessing in our lives. For a lot of people think that men cannot be this good, but through Pastor Sunday, our men, I know a lot more people in the platform can begin to tell. I think I've actually heard some of our men on the platform testify of the changes that they have gone through just watching. They have made a lot of changes in their families, because we have seen a model of what a family man should be. Pastor Sunday has shown us that model, and we are really so pleased, and we are so proud of you both. And I just want to appreciate you, and thank you for being on this program today. We really love you. I'm so excited. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Thank you. You do make sense. You do make a lot of sense. And I don't know if we have other calls, but before then, let me comment on, you see, women are different from men. So the strength of a woman is wisdom. Men, they're more aggressive. I mean, they feel well there, but being aggressive is is haphazard to a woman. That's not her nature. So the strength of a woman is wisdom. The good state of a woman is wisdom. So when a woman is quiet, it's not that she doesn't know what she's doing. Maybe she does know very well what she's doing. And so when you overcome your emotion, when you're quiet and when you tap into wisdom, you often get better results than shouting back and just being hilarious. Then Sister Ofoma just mentioned that a lot of men are improving, after seeing Pastor Sunday's example. I mean, that is the nature of men. Men naturally, they like to show off their wives. They like to show off their wife. They like to, oh, that is my wife, that is my wife. So normally, when a man hears that there is another man treating a woman better than he, that pride in him goes up, and that pride is good for us women. It goes up in him, and he wants to be the best man. He wants to be able to show off his wife and to look at my wife, she's the best, she's the best. So let the competition go on, let it continue. It will work good for us, and many women hopefully will become happier in their relationships. So let's have the next call. And like I was saying before, the promo is there, seize the opportunity, and then calling us. People have been calling. We've received 2 calls already, Moves Agents, Facebook Messenger, and hopefully. Hello, sir.
Hello, good evening, Pastor Bose.
Good evening, sir. May I know who is on the line?
This is Oyewole Abisoye Banjoko calling from London.
Hey, my good Oyewole.
Oyewole Abisoye Banjoko, your good brother calling from London.
Is that Uncle Wale?
This is Uncle Wale speaking. Yes, Pastor Bose. How are you?
You decided to tell me your full name.
The full name. I want to go all traditional. So the full name.
Nice to hear you.
Well, it was even better to even hear you and have you speaking today. It was great for me to have tuned in and actually have the partner of my very wonderful brother talking to the world on his life. The way I titled this conversation is I want to thank you for showing the cotton wool side of my brother rather than the iron steel version that he shows of himself.
That's true.
So it was beautiful to actually hear straight from the horse's mouth, probably the closest human being to him, actually share her side or your side of who Pastor Sunday actually is. I think it's pleasant for the world to hear that. I thoroughly enjoyed listening to you today. And also, I think it's also very important to see that, so you breaking down what what it means to be number one, be him as a family man, and also for the world to understand. I have 3 children as well. And I think it's very important to be able to identify the fact that each child is different, and each child has a different understanding and a different requirement. And it is good for you to hear you break that down in terms of your 3 children and actually talk about them, what their strengths and weaknesses are, and what they need, and the guidance, both that you need as the partner to your wonderful husband, and also what the requirement that is involved in raising the children. So I think it's a great program today that you have shared with the world. I have to just say I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud of the family, because it is very unusual when you're talking to people around the world and whereby the person who is talking, you know all the parts. You know the husband, you know the wife, and you know the 3 children. And all I can say is Pastor Sunday and yourself have raised wonderful children. You are wonderful examples as a couple. And it is just so wonderful to, like I said, to hear you actually speak of this great man, whereby we can all learn from him, which we all learn from him. Anybody that's listened to him knows that the impact that he's had on the world has been wonderful. And also, anybody that has listened to your children will understand exactly how well both of you have done in raising them to be world leaders and history makers. So I just wanted to make sure, that I just want to both for you to understand that Pastor Sunday, I am very proud of you. Pastor Bose, I am extra proud of you. And the three wonderful children you have raised, Perez, Zoe, and Pearl, I think the world is still to see how remarkable an impact they shall make in this world. So thank you very much for your presence and being a member of this wonderful family that God has made us be a part of.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your constant support, and we are missing your food.
Pastor, well, let me announce it. I think you will see me. Well, it's supposed to be a secret, but I will be there to come and celebrate the 52nd birthday with you.
Okay.
So your food will be coming.
I will preserve my hunger. Thank you so much. My love to Auntie Amarka and all the wonderful children.
They shall hear that.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Okay, so, what Uncle Wally said is very supportive, because a person has different sides, you have family, you have ministry, you have different kind of relationship.